Hey everybody, how's it going? It's been a while since we've chatted. It's funny, my I guess nervousness, for lack of a better word, carries on to these kind of things. Almost nervous to talk to you again, but it's very nice. It's funny, I've got a symbolic and practical start of today being the last day of 2012 and hoping to make this year good, of course. I've got I guess it's a promise to make to myself and to everybody right now. Starting to make these videos as a 10,000 match set anyways, and I'm planning on winning 67% of the time. If I don't, I'm going to stop playing myself as a person, not on any account rather. I think that's what I can do realistically over 10,000 matches. That's what I'm trying to prove anyways. It's a long-term goal, realistic. Not necessarily achievable, but I mean it is if I get lucky and whatnot, but there it is. Let's see if I can get 67% win for 10,000 matches. Not sure which videos I'll post or which videos I'll make rather, but some kind of random number. I'm not going to post any just good videos or bad videos or whatever it is. I've already kept to that and I'm not going to change that. It's kind of lame. Kind of defeats who I am basically. I mean, I would tell you, oh, I'm going to post all wins or something stupid, but I like a very even, whatever, distribution of facts, as it were. I'm not trying to fool anybody. Let's see if I'm lucky enough to get 60%. Congratulations to Scarlet Macaw there, who just had a kid. Don't even know what I have yet. Good frame for a deck, I guess. It's kind of nice to have motivated myself with the 10,000 match thing. It's one of those things where I've kind of been thinking about it a little bit, trying to figure out my goals, at least for Magic. The specifics as to how good I think I could actually do. Goblin Arsonist is better. I'd say so are the Rats, I suppose, or the Fury even, but better than the Summit. But overall, for decks and whatnot, I think it makes sense to take that. Considering I've got a black and red bunch of cards anyways. I keep hearing my door in the wind. It's one of those second doors, the screen doors, I guess it's called. A friend was leaving there a while ago and just kind of smashed on the handle and it doesn't close anymore. I've been using Christmas lights to hold it out of the wind, so I don't hear it banging against the house. I should just take off the whole door. I've been thinking about that. Yeah, as I've said, I hope you're having a good day. I think I said that at least, and I really do. This holiday, I guess tomorrow is technically the holiday for most people, but everything closes early today, which is a huge pet peeve of mine, but it's another story. It's funny, I've had a good little time playing recently. deedubs2 here has been having fun. I've been up to, it's weird to talk about myself in third person like that, but anyways, yeah, I've had fun. I've played a bunch of tournaments, gotten to the mid 1800s and lost, went down to about 1700 and whatnot. Just kind of fun to play Magic in general. Assign yourself with whatever values you think you might get, and using these arbitrary numbers like 67% to motivate yourself. Every time I pick this card, Flames of the Firebrand, I think about the Captain of the Watch I passed. This is sort of a tough call. I mean, Ring is good. The Leviathan's, in fact, really good as well. But I guess I was not really going blue, so Fury is more realistic. Let's see a difficult pick here. Mythic versus Mythic or something. Something I haven't thought about. Even though the commons are often difficult to pick between. Well, nothing super amazing other than this. I mean, there's some other good stuff, but it's pretty obvious for me. I'm sure for most of you too. Sleep is better than anything. Got no blue cards, so I think that makes Turn to Sleep better. Just a guess. So this is going to be game one, match one rather, for my percentage to be posted. So this is number one of 10,000. Like I said, I'm not going to post them all, but a random number or a whatever the word is I'm trying to think of, non-specific number of each of those. So every 5 or something. I'm not going to post videos because of the results anyways. lot of good stuff, decent stuff anyways. So the command is better than anything for me. Committed to red. Almost committed to black, but not necessarily. I can't think of when Smelt was made first. Obviously, think about Shatter as an old school player. No. Prowler or the Sign in Blood. Knight of Glory is the best pick. Best card, rather. Definitely going to pick one of the black cards. Take the Crippling Blade, it's good. It's always useful. Kill stuff, makes things not block, whatever. Let me check my converted mana cost, I suppose. I can run this, I guess. I don't love this thing. It's pretty good, but Sign in Blood might be better. That's kind of good. Fixing my mana with an additional 50 cents or whatever it is. Nice. I've had a few screwdrivers and they're trying to make me burp. Holding it back. Reminds me, I remember, shout out to my ex, my first girlfriend, Jill Mertzen, wherever you are. I remember an open bar I had for a wedding of one of her cousins. And anyways, I remember drinking triple screwdrivers and small highball glasses. It was sort of tough here. Chanter's Fury or Sign in Blood. I can use this as an offensive weapon as well as a card advantage machine. It's my justification anyways. It's sort of good to commit to 2 colors this early as well. Not something I always do, but it certainly helps. Excuse me, if you're lucky enough to do that anyways. It doesn't always happen that way. I think the people beside me, or at least the one guy, has been picking blue and white, probably. Nothing worth hate drafting at this point, so I'll take this. I like that ring. It's not amazing, but there's nothing great anyways, so. Okay, so the best card. Surprised this made it back. It's a good card. Not amazing, but it's fine. It's good with come into play effects, of course. Or just bombs. Let me check my curve. The ghoul is not bad. Sort of clunky at 5 already, so I'll take this. Which has lost a lot of its power since last core set, as I think I've mentioned, but at the same time it's got best synergy with red, I believe. Wow, it's a late on summon. Oh, I didn't click on it. Hopefully it took. remember the old text on this. Creatures attack and block as normal, but kind of funny anyways. Public execution obviously a lot better than this usually, but the muck waiter in black and red is ridiculous and probably better than the execution overall. I mean, it's a 3/2 regenerator for 2 rather. I mean, it's ridiculous. Killing a creature is always good. Targeted removal, whatever, but that's 6 mana for 1. Essentially. 3/2 for 2 is probably better. You'd be hard pressed to find anybody to say that the execution is better at this point. Any earlier, you could probably say yes, but it's tough to say with the deck as it is already. And this is sort of ridiculous. I mean, a lot of good stuff. The Phoenix, amazing. Arms Dealer. Because I've got enough goblins, I think I'll take that, but if this was pick one, pack one or something, I mean, you might take the Phoenix. Passive is impossible, even if you're that style. There's a lot of good cards there. Huh, wow. Speaking of a lot of good cards, I mean, I love the Arsonist, the Drain, the Land, the Rats, but this Drain kills people and things, so it's probably best. Let's go to a jagged curve like this, see if there's anything missing. I can use some 1 and 4 drops. Wow, because I've already got the Goblin, it's good to think about this, but the Soul and Deedubs2 are better than the Goblin, I would say. Pick one. I'm not sure if I've made different picks before, but I'd say overall that these guys are better than the Arsonist. And I've talked about the difference between the pick of Deedubs2 and the Soul, and I think they are interchangeable at least, just depending on your deck. Fury's not bad. The Ring is not bad. Flunkies are best overall for sure. Especially if you've got plenty of Deedubs2 or the Soul or the 1/1 Goblin I've been passing, whose name escapes me. So it must be maybe not, but Day of the Babies today. And I heard about Kim and Kanye's baby. Good old celebrity news. Once again, I wish Scarlett McCann, his girlfriend, the best. Or whichever title he assigns his female companion to. That could have sounded sexist as well. I mean, she could assign him title. You know how it is. Just, I guess you can't help but associate any kind of designation with whatever title you happen to bring with your position. If I've got any rares, I don't think I've got anything good. That's right, those 2 lands, not bad. I like lands. Bourbon, excuse me. Nothing else even close to that. The benediction is not bad, but summon is better. Deprive somebody of that. Beautiful, beautiful goblin arsonist. Those rings are fine, but they end up getting worse the more you get them and stuff. Of course, they're just kind of deviating from the original plan of, or at least the ideal plan, I would say, of a creature and relevant spell kind of type deck. I mean, the rings are fine, they're just filler. Basically, though, is the problem. Let's see if I get a last pick. Barely. I think I've yet to use Hydro Surge. Maybe someday. And we don't get any choice in the last pick, which is fine. We should just go to that automatically. Pretty much. That's a little bit quicker than it was last time I started dealing with these problems, but not bad. I still envy those people who can build a computer with anything. It's like you see people in third world countries almost building cars from scrap metal kind of thing. It's impressive. Love to think you could build a computer from insect parts or something. Let's see, Rise in the Grave is a little bit optimistic or pessimistic. The vampire, I don't really have anything good to go with it, really. I'll take out maybe a shaman. They're fine, they can get a little clunky though. You always have to kind of assume you're going to have your biggest 5 cards and your smallest 5 cards in your opening hand to sort of balance out the two, of course. Maybe something like this. It's probably close to that. Maybe one less mountain, I'm not sure. I'll do that though. And see if I can pause this video. And I'm somewhat excited about my match 1, as it were, as I've got written down on a piece of paper. It's deedubs2 match 1 of 10,000. It's kind of lame to have another account that adds a 2 to your name, but I'm telling you, it's a fresh start for me anyways. It's always good to move on and upwards, right? Well, so far so good. Looks like my opponent is doing something else. Well, goodness, it was going to look like my first game was not a part of my win-loss total for 10,000, but the opponent has seemed to have Oh, it looks like you joined the game, but anyways, there it is. I got lucky. It's not a win, but it counts. Let's see if I can make use of that very lucky first round. All right, some real action. I hope. As much as I would rather a disconnection win, I suppose, technically. Nice. This could be disastrous, of course. It won't take long for that kind of thing to happen. All it takes is a nice beefy creature and me not ripping anything. Sort of a questionable hand, I suppose. I mean, even with double lands, it's sort of tough. Not looking too good. Once again, my fault, of course. Hmm. I have a feeling that's gonna own me. But that means, of course, I'm gonna just sort of save myself some some beats. I hope I maybe could not have won, but I don't know. Wasn't looking good. I guess it's good enough. Hope for the best, right? I mean, really, I've talked about it before, but unless your hand's terrible, you should pretty much keep it. It can only get worse. Obviously, if you've got a bad hand or a terrible hand, throw it away, but I mean, it's just a really good rough rule to follow. We'll see. Somewhat close, I suppose. Kind of hurts. Way to deal with that, really, of course. One of the bad things about black-red. Could have play the kite sail possibly, but maybe better to just do that. Whatever this is not going to be good. Could have been worse, I suppose. Unlikely just played the bats. It's very good to kill that while he's tapped out, but that'll work on the board. Slow the bats is right. I'll kill that thing next turn if I have to, I guess. As much as that elephant is really annoying, it's, you know, better to just sort of fill up your board. Of course I say that, develop your board versus kill the creature, and that's just a very rough rule and not nearly always right. Sort of good to quell the uprising before it gets out of hand as well. Let's see what I can do with the turn. That's sort of good. Not sure what to do with it, but clearly it's a good thing. I guess they'll just take a whack load of damage, more than likely. Not sure if that's the best thing to do, but no, it seems good. It's probably terrible. I tend to go for the simplest options, of course. Take 6, I guess. Nice little army of weenies. Sort of good. It'd be good to use offensively though, perhaps. We'll see. If I go to 9, taking back easily. Bunch. Over 9 possibly. Got 2 blockers though. It's not the worst thing. Could draw some good answers. I could of course wait. Deal him 4 in the air. And use this offensively, as I've said. I don't know. It's a tough call. Guess I'll do this. More than likely a block and sack the goblin. Buy myself just enough time to win. If I'm lucky. If he doesn't have anything crazy. Meaning even a giant growth or whatever it is. What's the +4? But yeah, there's a lot of things that kill me. Fair enough. sort of scary. I block his dread and kill this, for example. I take 6. We'll see. And I think this is the best way to go. It's sort of tough to say, I don't know. Because of course he can now easily respond. I still take a lot and probably die next turn. I think I possibly play the shaman. Let me see. Would a murder save me? I don't think the fury would. I attack for 4. Put him to 6. Murder any one of these creatures. I still lose. If I hold back and murder one if he attacks, I still take a lot. Not sure. I really don't know what to do. I'll play this. It's probably like the worst thing to do. So let me hold back, I guess. If I just use murder, let's see. If I hold back, it's sort of bad. I think this offers me a good chance anyways, I don't know. Really tough to say. I guess I was wrong. And it looks like I'm dead. I'm not sure if I could have won this. Probably. Some simple math, I don't know. Kill everything, whatever. Oh, it looks like I'm dead. That might have been only one. My short-term memory. Well, it looks like I'll see you guys later. It's been a good time.